I believe we are having a good morning, and I'm here majorly to take us through the process of how we can be able to interact with our e-learning platform very well without any challenge. So I would like us to discuss a few things so that we can be able to understand it well. I can say that majority of the students have had challenges um, joining the e-learning platform even after sharing the registration number or the login details with different students. They are unable to, maybe because of some errors that they are doing on their back end. And we thought it was wise we speak to you so that we can be able to share our challenges and how we can be able to manage to interact with the e-learning platform very well and get the value that we deserve. So the first thing that I want us to learn is to remind ourselves how we can be able to log into our e-learning platform. And allow me to share a screen here. And I believe we can be able to see that screen that I've shared. Kindly confirm if you can be able to see. Someone can confirm.
Yeah, I can see.
Wonderful. If you can see, then let me take you through what you need to do. This platform, if you can see here, it's zds.ztech.ac.ke. But we shifted from that to elearning.ztech.ac.ke. So how do we reach that given platform? What we need to do is, for example, let me say that I open a blank page. We need to type here on the URL section. This is the URL section. You need to type elearning.ztech.ac.ke and then you load that given page. And when you load it, it should bring you to this page. Then you can come to this section and you click login, and then you log in using your login details. So there are two things that some students are making mistakes on. I want to use someone's account, but then before then, let me tell you, show you why some people are making mistakes, and every time they are saying their details are not able to log in. So assume now I open this browser and I come to search section and I type elearning.ztech.ac.ke. Let's see what when we enter what we get. When we just enter without writing the sections or the section of the URL, it will just bring you here. And when you click here, the Welcome to ZTech Digital School, if you open that one, it will direct you to something different. Let me see whether I can be able to click. If I click it, it will direct you to the same page, but the URL is different. Okay, allow it to open. Sorry, it will bring you here. Let me go to home page. Okay, we go to home page. When you come to this section here, what you need to do to know is you are not supposed to log in here because the URL that it's here is zds.ztech.ac.ke. So don't use the search, because when you're using some search engines, they will not direct you to the e-learning URL direct. They will give you a section whereby you can be able to click and then it directs you to a certain link. So you can see you had searched for elearning.ztech.ac.ke, but this one has already directed you to zds.ztech.ac.ke. When you are here, don't log in. So you need to confirm whether it is ZDS or it is e-learning. You can just come and edit there, e-learning. And then you load it. When you load it, it changes the URL to elearning.ztech.ac.ke. You can see the interface is still the same. So make sure that when you are logging into elearning.ztech.ac.ke, but not logging into zds.ztech.ac.ke. That's where most of the students are making mistakes. Okay, then how do we go about logging in? When you are logging in, you use the username section should be your registration number in lowercase. Let me just get one here for a certain student. BD-05-0258/2020. Remember, these are dashes, they are not underscores. And then you use capital letters to as a password. The section for the password, you use your registration number in capital letters, and then you click login. When you log in, you will be able to see this platform. You can see your registration number here, and maybe your name. Your name is maybe Tabitha. It's misspelled. I will check it whether it's a correct thing. Now, when you come here, you click news and announcements. When you click news and announcement, it should bring you the news and post that has been done by different lecturers. But if you cannot be able to see that, you can just scroll down a little bit and click enroll me. When you click enroll me, it will take you to the updates or to discussion topics that have been uploaded by different staff members. You can see we are talking about self-enrollment. This is a guide on how to enroll yourself to your units. There's also the updated timetable and the other updates that you can be able to find here. There's also this orientation guide and other things. So if you want to see any update, you need to visit the news and announcement section. When you have registered your units, you can come here to my courses, and then you find the units are listed here. Find the units are listed here. But assuming that you don't have the units, how do you go about getting the units? How do you go about getting the units? To get the units, you may need to understand your units that you are taking. For you to understand the units that you are taking, I want to log into another portal, which is portal.ztech.ac.ke. The portal.ztech.ac.ke, for you to be able to join the portal.ztech.ac.ke, first of all, you need to have the official ZTech email address. The official ZTech email address is given by the IT team. So if you don't have it, you can visit the IT desk, or else you can write an email to itsupport@ztech.ac.ke. itsupport.ztech@ztech.ac.ke. Let me see whether this portal is working. Now, if you have done that and you have been able to create an account, when you go to portal.ztech.ac.ke, you are supposed to create an account as a student. Use your registration number in uppercase as a username, your registration number in uppercase as the password. And once you create once you create an account, then it will direct you to your email. It will send a link to your email address, whereby you can be able to click that link and confirm your email, your account. Once you confirm your account, you just go and log in. When you log in, you use the details that you had set yourself, you had created yourself. When you use those details, then what you need to do is in that given platform, which is the portal.ztech.ac.ke, you can be able to find your fee balance. You can be able to find your units that you're doing for that given semester. Once you do the exams, you can be able to find your transcripts or else your results slip there. So you need to interact with that portal.ztech.ac.ke very well. Now, let's come back to this. How do we look for units? For us to look for the units, you come to this search section. You click search, and assuming that you want to search a unit that you're doing, maybe you are doing communication skills, maybe you are doing introduction to health and wellness, maybe you are doing basic mathematics, maybe you are doing medium house management, or you're doing hospitality, maybe there is the introduction to hospitality and tourism. So you just need to type the unit that you're doing, let's say mathematics, and then you search. When you search, you'll find the list of all the mathematics units, but choose the mathematics that belongs to your course. You can see this diploma because it's DAF. This code is for diploma because it starts with DAF, means that is for diploma. C means that it is certificate. D is diploma. D is still diploma. E means this one is for degree. Now you need to know what is your level. If it's certificate, you look for the unit for certificate. If for degree, you look for the unit for degree. Assuming this is the unit, then you enter the course. When you enter the course, you cannot see the updates by the lecturer. Let me register this one for this student. But I'm going to remove it later on. Let me take the okay. So when you enter this way, it means that if you can see enroll me, it means that you have not been enrolled, but you can click enroll me and you will enroll yourself to the unit. And now you can see the updates by the lecturer. We are on the lecturer who will be handling this unit. Kindly be patient with us. Makeups will be done to cover up the lost time. So that's how you see the unit. Or if you attend a unit that already the lecturer has been able to upload the notes, let me see whether there's one that the lecturer has uploaded the notes. Like this one, the lecturer will have introduced himself. He will say his name. He'll give the phone number. He'll give you the course outline. Course outline shows what you're supposed to cover within that given semester. He will also show you the class attendance. You will be taking the class attendance, and the lecturer will introduce topic one. For example, this one is stress management. Give the objectives and what is expected of you by the end of the unit. Then the lecturer will also give you a link to the class. If the class is today at 11, the lecturer will be able to share you with a link that you can be able to click just the way you have clicked this current link to join a meeting or else a session like this one. So that's how the enrollment for unit is done. Any question on how to join to enroll yourself to a unit? How to self-enroll? You can ask a question on self-enrollment.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
When you are enrolling for units, it lazima ikuwe ati umelipa to 60%. Kama hujalipa 60%, I enroll.
When there are two things. If you have not paid 60%, you can be able to join your classes and continue with your classes. That is through elearning.ztech.ac.ke. But the 60% applies with the portal.ztech.ac.ke. Remember, you are registering your units so that you can be, your marks can be entered at the end of the semester for examination purposes. So that portal.ztech.ac.ke, you can still log in, but you cannot register your units unless you have paid 6%. But for e-learning, you can start attending classes provided you have paid a small percentage as you continue topping up your amount.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Any other question? Okay.
I have a question, Shadrach.
Yes, Bernard.
Okay, in regards to registering the units, as well in the portal website, there is a page where we are required to register for units that we are doing, and then we wait for approval from
Yes.
your end.
Yes.
Does it go in line with as well with the e-learning, or I can go directly and enroll to all the units I'm supposed to do just after seeing them in the portal?
Once you go to the portal, that is portal.ztech.ac.ke, and you have paid your 60%, that you can register your units. But the approval will take time because the HOD will have to wait for the students and then approve them at a go. And the approval is important because it helps the HOD to enter your marks once you have done your exam. So that portal is different and it's independent from the e-learning portal. So once you see your units that you're doing for this semester, for e-learning, you just go and search for them and enroll yourself so that you can be able to attend classes. Have you understood, Amma? There's some need for clarification.
It's clear now.
Okay, thank you. And have you understood how you can be able to log into your class?
Okay, yeah, I know.
Okay, thank you. So I believe this is not for some students. So I go to the next stage, and this does not affect all students, because if you have ever used the portal, then of course I know you have done the assignments and cuts and all that. So the next session that I'm talking about will be about joining a class. Joining a class, it's easy because once you have opened a unit, now assuming that you have enrolled yourself to e-learning, orientation to e-learning, you can open it and there will be a link like this one which you have followed to join the session. Remember, this link I've sent to several people, but if you had joined this orientation to e-learning, it can be accessed from here. To access the ongoing training, click here. If you click here, it will direct you to this training. But what does the lecturer do so that he can create a link for every student to join the class? What the lecturer does is he will introduce himself and then upload a link to each given unit. Remember, different lecturers are handling different units. So you cannot use one link for different classes because each link is created by individual lecturer. So once the lecturer has created the class, he will come to this session and then the lecturer will post the link. It can be a Zoom link or it can be a big blue button link. And I want us to use this one. This is a Zoom like the one that we're using now, but we can have a big blue button link like this one now. So what you need to do is to click on it and then you join the session. You click join the session, then it will direct you to a section whereby you can be able, it will direct you to another tab which will enable you to join the class. Now, as it loads, let's look at this. In this case, if you are not present for class, we encourage the lecturers to record the sessions such that when you come at a different time, you can be able to find the recording and you can follow it so that you can understand what was being taught. So if you click this presentation, it will give you the video of what was happening and you can be able to follow if it's a session and get to learn what was happening and understand what was happening. So the recordings will be available. You can follow them at your own free time when you are free and get to understand what was happening if at all you missed a class. But we don't encourage people to miss classes. But of course, sometimes it is out of our control. As this link opens, it is opening for the class. I want us to go to cards and assignment. Now, how do we attempt a quiz? A quiz is in form of a multiple choice, or you can select an answer. So let's assume you have come to orientation quiz and you open it. It's a quiz for your class. What you need to do is to attempt it. You click attempt and you start. Then you can now select, you can see it is timed, it has a time of 19 minutes or else 20 minutes, but now they have started counting down, meaning that you should answer the questions within the next 20 minutes. If you don't, then of course, the system will lock you out. So you can now choose the answer. Maybe it is marked by a teacher, quiz is marked by a computer. Then you come here, you select, you read the answer, the question, you say it is either true or false. You read this other one, you say either it is that answer. You read this other one, maybe you say it's that answer. Then once you are finished, you finish the attempt and you submit. Once you submit, the system will mark the quiz and give you the marks that you have gotten. And after that, now you are done. It is not always the case where you can be able to see the grade. The lecturer may hide the grade so that you can see the grade alone, but sometimes you can see your grade. And that's how you attempt a quiz. That's how you attempt a quiz. You can also attempt an assignment. Let's say we have an assignment. Assignment can be answered in two ways. You can either type on the screen or you can upload a file. A file can be a picture, can be a PDF document, can be a Word document, and any other document. So what you need to do is you click the assignment section, then you add submission. If you add submission, some lecturers will set it such that you can have a text where you can type or copy paste. So you can type here, say, this is the current unit, for example. Or, and then you type everything in this section, your answers here. Or you can come here, you have done it in a PDF document, you have done it in a piece of paper and taken a picture, and you have saved the document in a computer. So you can click here so that you can be directed to the location where you saved the document. You browse, and then it will direct you to your computer where you can be able to pick your document. Let's see whether it directs us to. Let's say it has directed us to this one. Then we go to documents or else downloads. When you go to the section and you pick maybe TRC timetable, you open. When you open it appears here. What you need to do is to just upload. Once you upload it, you can see it here. You only need to save changes for it to be submitted. You can see if you did write something, the online text, it will appear here. You can be able to read it at this section. Or if it's a file, you can see the file here. And then it will tell you submitted for grading. Not graded because the lecturer has not looked at it. Once the lecturer looks at it, it will be written graded. Now, after that, you are done with the submission. And that's how you submit an assignment or a quiz. Now, the next session is on how to carry out a discussion. You can discuss with your lecturer, you can discuss with your fellow students. The discussion can be graded depending on what the lecturer wants. So if it's a discussion forum, you'll see this forum, you click on the forum, it will take you to another page whereby you as a student, you can be able to start the discussion, or else the lecturer can also be able to start the discussion. For example, if I'm the lecturer and I want to start the discussion, I can add a topic, or if at all you're a student, and talk about maybe Kenya. Then you talk about discuss mining, for example, mining in Kenya. 5 marks, for example. Then I post to you. When I post to you, you can be able to see it. So what you need to do is you comment on that. When you open it and you want to start the discussion, when you open it, you'll see the question and you can be able to comment on it. You can be able to comment on it. You reply to this. You can reply and give your comment and give your response on the same. That way, you can be able to get responses on a certain matter from the lecturer, from other students, and your colleagues. So basically, that's how we carry out the online training. Any question? Any question?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
I can see you have only dealt with quizzes. Are these quizzes part of the CAT, or is it the CAT itself?
Now you see,
Those other quizzes is a different thing.
the quiz, that's a CAT. That's how the CAT can be set. A CAT can be set to be informed in a way that you have a section whereby you can do a multiple choice questions, or it can also be in a form such that you can be able to upload a file or type. So a CAT can combine both a quiz format and also an assignment format. So it will be the choice of the lecturer to decide which option you'll use. Will you use a format of a quiz, or will you use a format of an assignment whereby you choose answers, or whereby you upload a file? So that one depends with the lecturer. So the assignment and the quiz depends, the setup depends on whether the lecturer wants to use a quiz format or an assignment format. Even an assignment can be set such that it is in form of a quiz. Understood?
Understood.
Thank you. Even for those who are doing online exams, the online exams can combine both the quiz format and also assignment format. Like those who are doing special exams, that is what you shall use. Any other question? Okay, if there's no other question, I believe now we can be able to log in and interact with the system well. For now, I want to ask whether Rachel can hear us. Rachel, there's something that she needs to present a little bit. Rachel, can you hear us?
Good morning, Shadrach.
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, I take this moment to thank you for giving me a chance to present library orientation. I apologize for what happened yesterday. We had network disturbance, but today I've prepared myself to represent the ZTech University Library Orientation for the second time.
Thank you. All right, continue.
Thank you. So ZTech University Shadrach, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I want to present ZTech University Library Training, and I want to share my screen. Shadrach, can you able to see my screen?
Not yet.
Shadrach, you can take some questions as I prepare to share my screen.
Yes, it's time for
Shadrach.
questions. Yeah, I can take questions from students, if any. Time for questions. Students, any question? You can just comment. You can just comment.
Another question.
Yes.
And it is in regards to communication to our lecturer. So the communication through the information that he issues, the contact information that he gives on the top of the course.
Yes.
That's how we should be communicating with him. Or there is a push notification or messaging within the system, whereby the lecturer can communicate with us.
Now, the lecturer can send you a message, but now it has to be within the system. You have to use the system, not a message. It cannot come to your phone as a text message. It will only come to your phone through this platform. Remember, you can also be able to use an application that has a...
Nataka ikuje screen mzima so that I able to share
There
my
is,
screen.
what you can be able to do is you can download an application. The application, you call it Moodle, Moodle, which you can be able to download from the Play Store. If you are using Moodle, it will ask you for the site address, and the site address will be elearning.ztech.ac.ke. Then you enter your login details. So if the lecturer sends you a message, it will pop up in that given application. But if you want to get to the lecturer direct, you can call them or else send just that you send them an email through the email address that they have shared. Any other question? You have understood?
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Yes, please.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm asking about the opening of a second account because after I've logged into my portal, kuna mali ingine pia naambiwa I should log in, and when I log in I enter the password, it is telling me invalid. I don't understand.
So you are logging in for the learning platform?
After I've logged in and start choosing the unit or registering the unit, is an icon up there on my right that tells me log in. So I'm wondering, am I logging in into two portals or what?
Right now, are you using a computer or a phone? Maybe I can give you the right to share the screen and show us.
I'm using a computer.
So can you share the screen?
Let me try.
Let me make you a co-host. You share the screen.
Yes, I've clicked share the screen.
So you can log in after now. Okay, go on and demonstrate what you are saying.
Oh, will I be able? You know, I'm new in these things.
Just come to this URL section where it's written zoom.us/post-attendance. Then you edit that and you type the address that you wanted.
I'm getting problem.
Yeah, click that one. Click just that one. Eh? Yeah.
Okay.
Now come up here. You see where there is this upper juu kabisa juu ya screen, eh? Where it's written zoom.us here. You can see.
Zoom here.
Yes, Apple. Sasa edit there and enter the address that you wanted. If it is ztech.ac.ke, highlight all of it and then edit.
Are you the one who is writing or I'm the one who is writing?
You are the one. It is your computer. Click. Finya ndio ikuwe active. Finya kwa hiyo ni hapo mbele ya 4.
Mbele ya?
Hiyo 4. Hapo tu.
Okay. Then
Sawa, now type the address.
It's already here. This one. Imeappear here.
Yeah, press enter. Then login.
Now, you can see here.
Yeah.
Apple. So then I click.
Yeah, click.
I click. Then I log in.
I can see you have enrolled yourself to 10 units.
I've already enrolled to those 10 units, but nilikuwa napata shida sasa nikifinya hapo inaniitisha password. Nikiweka hiyo password ilikuwa inaniambia invalid.
Now at least you are okay.
Now I'm okay.
So that's how you should edit the URL. Eh? Yes. Just open a new tab. You know how to open a new tab? Eh? Come here and click this section. Eh? Hapa juu. Eh?
Juu wapi?
Unaona hapa hapa hivi. Hapa ni point.
Shadrach.
Yes.
Shadrach.
Yes.
He needs also to confirm why he has enrolled for 10 units. He needs to confirm his units.
Yes, he's going to confirm now. I'm going to tell him to click my courses so that we can see which one he's doing.
Okay.
Can
Where
you
should I
click
go
this
to the new
add
tab?
tab here?
Yes.
Yes, I will talk to you. Click add tab, this one, up here, just
Here.
this section
This-
here.
Hapo.
Hapo mbele.
New tab.
Hapo
There.
sasa, yeah.
I click.
Yeah.
Na
Hapa.
click haifai.
Left click kwa hii. Unaona hii?
My goodness.
Unaona hapa
Yeah.
kumeandikwa dashboard. Unaona hapa juu kabisa, this bar iko hapa juu. Can you see my mouse moving, my mouse pointer moving?
Ebu move.
You cannot see it, eh? Okay.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
You see where you have written elearning.ztech.ac.ke?
Yes, here.
Hapo juu kabisa unaona mahali kumeandikwa dashboard.
Dashboard nimeiona.
Hapo mbele yake unaona kuna kwa X and then a plus like sign.
Yes, I can see a plus.
Yeah, click the plus sign.
The plus, yes, like that.
Yes. Now I want you teremka hapa chini ya hii Google, then you search
here.
Hapo hebu search elearning.ztech.ac.ke. Type it well. Yeah, that's not e-learning.
Oh, sorry.
There's an R somewhere.
Like that.
.ztech.ac.ke.
Dot.
.ac.ke.
Like that.
Yes, can you press enter? Okay, at least this one is directing you direct. There are some other browsers that when you search, it will direct you to a list of items. And when you select that one, it will direct you to ZDS. So if it directs you to ZDS, you just edit the ZDS, remove it, and then just replace it with e-learning.
Okay.
When you replace it with e-learning, then you can be able to log it to e-learning very well, and it will work. But if you have, it tells you invalid login, just confirm in the URL section whether it is e-learning or you have entered ZDS.
Okay.
Yes. Now, I want us to know why you have 10 units. Can you click on my courses? Can you point on my courses?
Yeah.
Just on the left side, there is my courses.
Sini hapo unaona ni my course? Oh, here. Yes, I click there.
Yes. Can you click? Scroll down. Just come.
I think they are okay.
They are okay, eh?
Because
of
the web conference news and announcement, orientation to e-learning, and frequent asked questions. I think it's okay.
Yes, that's okay.
Though I don't think
you have the right you have the right units.
Thank you. I've got the right unit, lakini sioni kama nimeregister zote. I'm still trying to.
But why do you have a DCS 3 or 3? This one is which unit?
I don't know.
Okay. Click my courses. I want you to click my courses.
Upper.
The other one. Now the one on the right side.
The Apple.
Yes.
Okay.
Just a minute. Can you scroll down?
No, I scroll down.
Later. It's okay. Yes.
Okay.
Scroll down a little bit. Scroll 10. This is 103. Continue. Just continue. Okay, I want you to open this 303. Click that 303.
Upper.
Yes.
Click here.
Yes, just open it.
May open.
Yes. This unit is not that okay. Okay, I'll check whether you are supposed to be doing this unit, because I don't think you are supposed to be doing a 303 unit when you are in semester 1.
I'm in semester 1 and I'm doing diploma.
Yes, give me your let me take your registration number.
DCPY 01
Mm-hmm.
0112
Mm-hmm.
oblique 2021.
Okay, so I'll confirm your units.
Okay.
Yes,
How do I
thank
get
you.
back to you? How will I get back to you?
You can call, you can get to us through our official line.
Yes, I know those official line, but I'm talking about specifically you so that you can tell me if I should be doing that, Nini.
When you call that official line, you will get to me direct.
Okay. Nipa,
Yes,
your official line ni gani?
0714
0714
5
5
888
888
63.
63.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Any other question from your end?
No, Shadrach.
I can see Techno Air. You have raised your hand.
Hello.
Yes,
You
yes.
said you can. Am I?
Hello?
Just stop sharing the screen now.
Hello.
Stop sharing the screen. Another question from another student?
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Shadrach, mine is just a contribution to just help students. I'm an IT student, so there is a way that I can help them so that they can be able to locate their respective domains for this portal because they are two, so that they don't have any problems.
Yes.
So with browsers usually have something we call bookmarks. So you with bookmarks, it's like an address book for domain. So you can save it so that you can access it later, so that you don't have to type it each time on the browser's
Okay.
URL field.
Okay.
So like for instance, if you want to save this e-learning,
Can you share your screen and see?
okay, let me just share mine.
Okay.
Where Gandhi? Hey Gandhi.
Hmm?
You know Manane?
Where are you? Where
You know
are you?
Manane?
Yeah.
No wonder there.
Mwanza, is it Mwanza? Bernard,
Yeah, yes.
we are waiting for you to share. Josephat, can you confirm which login credentials you are using? Josephat, you are saying that your account cannot log in. You can share your registration number so that I can confirm whether it's active.
Okay, I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, yes, we can see it.
Okay, let's say for instance, I'm in the e-learning website, which is this one. Let me just remove this. And I need to save it just to come later and just click it and it sends me here. So the way you do that is you leverage on bookmarks. You can see there is this bookmarks. When you come here at the top right corner, this is Chrome. The top right corner, you can see there is these three vertical arranged dots. So you can click that and then you come to bookmarks and you can click bookmark this like
Okay.
that way. And then I can name it, I can name this one
Oh, in a meeting.
ZTech. Yeah. E-learning portal. And then I can save it.
Yes.
Done.
Yeah.
So later on, instead of just going and searching and looking for the correct URL, I can just come again here when I log into my web, when I open the Chrome, and then I come to bookmarks, and you can see I can just go directly to there, and it sends me there.
Yes, yes.
So
I think that one is good.
Yeah, that you can do as well, even for the portal. The portal one, you can even come here and save it so that you have like new, and I call it like mine. Portal, and then I click done. When I come again here, I can see it under bookmarks. It is here, my ZTech. So it will usually automatically send me there. So I don't have like to cram the domain name and keep it in my mind. So I can just usually come here and access here. It is just like an address. It's an address book actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that is good, and students have taken note of that. Yes. Do they have any question? I believe they have understood. Thank you for that. We appreciate. Any question? Okay, if there's no question, I believe Rachel now can be able to do it.
Shadrach, can you hear me?
Yes, we can get you well.
Okay, let me start library, ZTech University library orientation. I'll share my screen. Can you able to see my screen?
It's starting share. Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay, let me start the library orientation. Yesterday, I was distracted a little bit. I apologize for that. So ZTech University Library is an academic library. It provides both services to staffs and students. It serves its user community at large. First of all, I will discuss our vision. ZTech University Library, we have a vision to be a center of excellence in provision and dissemination of information in support of learning and teaching and research. As we discuss our strategic plan for the next 10 years, as an academic library, we have a vision to be the center of excellence in provision, dissemination of information in support of learning, teaching, and research. We are not only providing reading space, we are not only providing teaching materials, but we are helping our students in doing research. When we are talking about research, we are talking about our e-resources. Most of those students in e-learning or branded learning, they are relying on our e-resources. So I will teach you how to access our e-library, which has electronic resources in form of books, articles, book chapters. We have journals that can help students in doing their projects. So when it comes to membership of our ZTech University Library, first of all, you must be either a student or a university staff. For university staff, you may be either a teaching staff or non-teaching staff. For students, you must attend library orientation so that we register you to become a member. All staffs attend orientation, and then we create for them a membership account. Our libraries have opening hours. We have 3 major libraries. Our main library is TRC library, that is Thika Road Campus Library, that is the main library. We have Pioneer Library. This is the CBD Campus Library. In CBD Campus, we have 2 branches. We have Stanbank, we have Pioneer. In Pioneer branch, that is where we have Pioneer Library. It serves all ZTech University students and staff. So if you are a student in ZTech, be it in Pioneer, be it in Stanbank, be it in Thika Road Campus, you can able to borrow a book from any of the libraries, be it in Thika Road, be it in Pioneer. All these libraries are open to both staffs and students. We have a new kind of a library. This is an electronic kind of a library that is virtually accessible. That is e-library. It's being accessed through www.library.ztech.ac.ke. Our e-library provides databases. In those databases, a student can able to download a book, to view a book, to read a book. In those e-libraries, the databases provide also book chapters, articles, and also some book extracts that students can able to read. For those students in e-learning, you'll be relying on e-library. For you to be registered as a member to use our e-library, especially from ZTech University, you must first of all attend library orientation, then we register you, then we create for you an account that you'll be using to access library online or virtually. I want to talk about our library opening hours. So this applies to those students who will be visiting our library physically or face-to-face. We open our libraries Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I have provided our contacts. I've provided our email address, our social media accounts. I've provided the phone numbers. I will show you those, for those students in blended learning or those in e-learning, I will show you where to get our contacts. We have provided our contacts online in our ZDS accounts. So don't worry about the contacts because these mobile phone numbers are shared in our web page. We have also shared our email address in our web page. Our Twitter and Facebook accounts, we have also shared them on our web page. For those in social media, Twitter and Facebook, you can like our page. I'll also show you how to access our ZTech University library portal. I want to talk about e-resources. E-resources or information collection. So when you are talking of information resources or collection, this is the library information in form of information resources in form of print or electronic. So when I'm talking of print, I'm talking of books, newspapers, magazines. For those who will be visiting our libraries face to face or coming to visit our library to read, you'll find information resources in form of print. We have books, we have newspapers, we have magazines, we have periodicals. We do have NEC past papers for those in NEC for those who are studying for NEC examination bodies. But we have separated this collection in terms of general stocks. These are open shelves. A student can borrow any book from those shelves. You have short run, you have reference. When you're talking of reference, especially those students at the NEC examination body, we have syllabuses. You can visit our library and ask for any kind of any level of syllabus, that is artisan, certificate, or diploma. For those in ZU, in your classes, the lectures provide course outline. So you don't have the syllabuses under ZU, but the course outline are being shared on classes. When you are talking of e-resources, I'll teach you how to use e-resources, especially in books and journals, and also how to download those books, how to view them, how to save them into your laptops. User services. In case of user services, here I'm going to talk about the library rules and regulations. This will be applied to those students who will be visiting our libraries face to face. So our libraries has rules and regulations and also the conduct, especially for those students who want to use our libraries physically. So these are the rules to be followed when you are using our libraries. The first rule, you must produce your university ID. You must produce your university ID. So users who want to use our library, first of all, you must show the library guard university ID. As I discussed earlier, I discussed that for you to be a member of our ZTech University library, be it in Thika Road campus or Pioneer campus, you need to be either a student, a staff. If it's a staff, either be a teaching or non-teaching staff. For you to be identifiable as a student, you must produce university ID card. The other thing is about silence must be observed in our libraries. No phone calls and music in the library. We don't allow phone calls and music in the libraries. In our libraries, we do have we have Wi-Fi's. You can able to use our Wi-Fi, but If you're using our Wi-Fi through the phones, maybe you are receiving WhatsApp messages, you are in Facebook, maybe you are doing assignment, don't distract those students who are reading. Kindly use earphones or headphones. Don't pick phone calls in the library. Don't listen music in the library on loud voices or loud volumes. Kindly use earphones or headphones. We want a conducive environment for all our library users too. Don't bring any kind of noise in the library or distraction in the library. The other thing is about drinking and eating in the library. We don't allow drinking in the library because we want to create that conducive environment, comfortability of the user. We want our users to be comfortable. You cannot be having a neighbor who is drinking and eating in the library and you are reading. We need to share the whole room with everybody. We want to share our library as a facility. We want to provide us a facility that is environmentally conducive for all of us. So don't come with any food, don't make noise, don't pick any cause, don't eat in the library. When it comes to order and good mannerism and be observed in the library, this is in case of distractions. Kindly don't distract those who are reading. Don't enter the library with loud noises or maybe greet your neighbors. Kindly give those in the library conducive environments. Sleeping in the library is not allowed. Kindly, when you visit our libraries, be it in Thika Road campus or Pioneer, don't sleep in the library. We want a conducive environment for all our users. We want a conducive environment for our users, so we don't allow sleeping in the library. The other thing is about library books. As I talked about the print information resources, I talked about books, newspapers, journals, magazines, periodicals. We do provide them to all our students, be it and also to our staffs. If you pick a book from the shelf and you want to use it on the tables, you don't want to borrow that book, kindly leave that book on the table. If it was a periodical, kindly leave it on the table. Don't return it on the shelves. If you use a book on the table, be it you are doing an assignment, be it that you are maybe doing your further studies, kindly leave the book, newspaper, magazines, or periodical on the table. Don't return that book on the shelves. When it comes to shelving, there is a library staff who come and collect all those books on the tables and they reshelve them back on the shelves. Stealing and attempting to steal is punishable. Kindly, we have provided enough facilities, enough information resources to all our users. Kindly don't steal the library property. Kindly share with the rest of the group. Kindly you can borrow a book as long as you are a member of a library. So don't steal our library because our library property is punishable. When I'm talking of library property, I'm talking about information resources, especially books. Don't steal books. If we caught you, it is punishable. Reservation of seats is not allowed in the library. Our library can accommodate almost like 800 students, both libraries, Pioneer and Thika Road campus. Kindly to all students, share the facility with the rest of the group. You are most welcome into our facilities because it's very conducive, but don't reserve seats to your friends, maybe to your fellow groups mate. Kindly don't reserve seats. Kindly share the facilities, the seats with the rest of the students who want to share the same facilities. We encourage our students to buy books for their own personal studies. If you buy a book and you want to use our library, you are most welcome. You can come with any book that you have bought outside, maybe a newspapers or a periodical, and come and use it in the library. As when you are leaving the library guard usually asks you to show him or her what you are leaving with. He will usually pick the book and check inside and find that this book does not belong to ZTech University Library, and he hands the books back to you. So kindly to all students, buy your own personal books, and you are welcome to use the books inside the library because all library guards freeze students as they are getting out of the library. They check what the materials they are leaving in the library. But if the newspaper you are using in the library is yours, don't fear, come with it in the library because all our library guards knows our library materials. In case of buying your own personal materials, as ZTech University would like to encourage students mostly to invest more on books because we would like to have a university that has a reading culture. The other thing I want to discuss about is intellectual property rights. Intellectual property rights. Intellectual property rights. As I discussed earlier, I said that mostly those students in blended learning and e-learning, they will be using our e-library for revision, maybe for doing assignment, for further reading. So when you are using our e-resources, there are some Copyright Acts of Kenya policy that you need to adhere to. I want to talk about the intellectual property rights of Kenya. It states that you shall not reproduce any material for financial benefits. So the policy here is that users who are using our e-library resources shall not reproduce any library material for financial benefits. For example, for those students in bachelor, for those students in diploma in electrical engineering, you can able to access our databases and download your coursework, books, or recommended books. If you download those books, kindly don't sell those books. You can share the book, but don't sell that book because it's very punishable. It's also against the Copyright Act of Kenya. You must adhere to the policy itself. If you are caught reproducing and selling the books, you'll be prosecuted, maybe taken to court, and you'll be punished for reproducing or infringing the Copyright Act of Kenya. The other thing is about the logins. As I discussed earlier, for you to access our e-library, you must attend the library orientation. After that, you send your details for registration. After we have registered you, you will have a username and a password that you'll be using to log in with. For those login credentials to all our students, especially to those students in e-learning and also blended learning, kindly don't share the usernames and passwords, your login credentials. If the login credentials are not to be shared, kindly don't share those, because if we caught you, it will be punishable. Especially those students who are using our e-resources and that especially the databases that have e-books. Kindly don't share those logins details with the rest of the group. You can share the books you have downloaded in form of links, but not selling them, but not also sharing your login credentials, especially username and passwords. Don't share those login credentials because if we caught you, it is punishable. The other thing is the violation of copyright will be penalized, privileges will be withdrawn. If we caught you downloading those books from our databases and then selling them, or maybe sharing the rest of group who are then infringing the Copyright Acts of Kenya without recognizing the author of the book, we will withdraw your account as a member. The other thing is about those students studying bachelor degrees. When you are doing your project, it will be helping you in anti-plagiarism. So we have an anti-plagiarism solution by the name ACAD. So ZTech have subscribed to anti-plagiarism solution ACAD, web-based coordinated by the library team. So this helps after you have finished your project. For you to submit it, it must be checked for plagiarism. So for those students who don't have anti-plagiarism solutions, we'll be helping you for anti-plagiarism. So kindly for those students in bachelor degrees, if you don't have anti-plagiarism solutions, you can send your details to our library team and it will help you in plagiarism. So I want to talk about the ACAD. Mostly it's different from Turnitin, but ACAD, it's more of claimable. You can claim that this is your intellectually done work. It's more of privilege than Turnitin. So we are encouraging those students in bachelor degrees to use our library team in case of anti-plagiarism solutions. If you want to claim the bachelor degree project is your own work, you have maybe the privilege of being recognized as ZTech student work, kindly use our team, we'll help you in anti-plagiarism. The other thing is about circulation services. For you to be a member of our e-libraries, I said the registered users, you must be a registered member. I will show you how to register as a user. And then all registered users are allowed to access our e-library to view articles, ebooks, and e-journals. So for you to register, you must send your details to a certain email address, which I'll provide. I've provided the phone numbers. I will show you where to get the phone numbers, especially to those students in blended learning and e-learning. So kindly to all students, take this email address, elibrary@ztech.ac.ke. For a student to register for access of eLibrary, kindly send these details to elibrary@ztech.ke. This is our registration email address, elibrary@ztech.ac.ke. You said your full names. For my example, I've used Amos Kiptoyem. Said your admission number. Kindly, for those students who don't remember their admission number, check in your admission package. We have admission letter. It provides you with your admission number. The email address, preferably we would like those students who have at ztech.ac.ke email address. If you don't have the at ztech.ac.ke email address, you can send at gmail.com. So kindly send the most active email address, send us the most active phone number. This is a phone number that we'll be using for the next 4 years. Course in full for those students in BAF, Bachelor of Accounting and Finance. For those in Bachelor of Information Science, write it in full. Course initials for BAF, Bachelor of Accounting and Finance, that is BAF. For BAIS, that is BAIS, Bachelor of Information Science. Then write for me the department. So if you don't know the department, it's okay. It's okay. You can write the course initials. So kindly pick this email address and send your details so that we may register you as a member. The next thing I want to show you how to access our e-library. It is virtually available. So on your ZDS account, click on library link. It will direct you to the library user accounts. I don't know if you can see, able to see my image shared here. On the left-hand side of the email, you'll be registered with the password. What I'm talking about is in your ZDS account. The second last link, it is library. If you click on library, it will direct you into ZTech University Library user account. So this is the ZTech University Library user account. For those students with questions, kindly send them on the chat. So what I'm saying is that in your ZDS account, the second last link, as you can see, the one I've highlighted in green, it's written library. Kindly, if you link there, it directs you to the ZTech University user account. On the ZTech University Library user account, as I have told you earlier, you said your private details. You see the email address you used to register with. So for example, Amos Kiptoyem registered with amos.kipto@ztech.ac.ke. This is the email address he'll be using to log in to his ZTech ZTech University Library user account. So if he wrote amos.kipto@gmail.com, that is what he types. Then in this email address that you have sent to elibrary@ztech.ac.ke, you receive a link that helps you to create a password. With it, that password is the one used to log into ZTech University Library account. So in this case, he types the email address, he types the password, then he logs in. I want to show you how to do it. I want to show how to do it physically from ZDS account. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see.
Anybody with the questions? Anybody with a question? Shadrach, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you able to see my screen?
I was seeing it, but now it has disappeared. You may reshare again.
Okay, let me share. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, you can
Shadrach,
see.
can you see my? So this is what I'm talking about. This is the Zitech University. As you can see, Zitech University Library. Welcome to Zitech University Library, connecting patrons. You must type your email address that you used to register with. So for me, it's rachel.irogo@zitech.ac. Then you type in the password that you used, that password that you created. So I used rachel.irogo@zitech.ac for my registration to e-library at Zitech University. Then Zitech University e-library email address sent me a link that I create a password with. So I created a password, and the password that I created is the one I uses to log in with. So I type in. Then I log in. Kindly be patient as it opens. So anybody with a question, you can send it on chats or discuss it on the chats. I'll be picking your questions. So this is Zitech University. After login, I can able to access Zitech University Library. E-library, it's supposed to be Zitech University Electronic Library or e-library. So the first option here, it's home, e-resources, tutorials, feedback, user profile. So for in this case of accessing our databases, we'll be using this link under e-resources. Under e-resources, then you select the option of databases so that you can able to view the databases. If you click on databases, it opens all the subscribed databases. Among all these databases, you'll be able to find the databases that have both books and journals and articles. So for example, here, you can able to see the first database subscribed by Zitech University is American Institute of Physics, Annual Reviews, EBSCO, EMENAT. All these are databases, and there are 19 of them. We have subscribed to them as Zitech University Library. We are sharing them with our students. So if you want to access one of these databases, you select at the rear end, view details. So I want to show you how to view. So for example, I want to access a book or an article. So in case of user profiling, as user can highlight the best database they would like to use. Mostly if you view my account, you can see I've starred Willy Online Library. I can also decide to start JSTOR because this is what I would like to be using as my favorite. For those students maybe in business, you can select IMF e-library. It provides a lot of periodicals. especially in those in financial accounting. So I want to show you how to access Wiley Online Library. The reason why I'm using Wiley Online Library is because it is a formal version of other databases. So the way you use Wiley Online Library is the common way. Use University of Chicago Press or any other databases. The way I will show you how to access this database is the way you access the other databases. So it's the best databases in teaching students how to access our e-resources. The way I will access Wiley Online Library, it will be using the same formal way to access other databases. So I want to open Wiley Online Library. So I come here to view details, It will open into a new page. If you view, you can able to see at this end, you can able to see 2 dots. This is about the Wiley Online Library. So you must click on these 2 dots so that you're able to open Wiley Online Library databases. If you click on the star, it will not open the Wiley Online Library database. So you must click on these 2 dots so that it opens in a new page and you can able to see the database itself. You need also as a student to confirm that whatever you are accessing is being provided by Zetech University. So kindly be patient as it opens. I will still show you how to access other databases. I'll still show you because some of them have some few changes. Okay, anybody with a question, you can share it on the chats. Shadrach, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It is taking long to open. So now this is Wiley Online Library web page. This is a databases and it is showing the web page. So for a student must confirm this. Can you be able to see what Wiley Online Library then accessed by Zetech University? Each and every student who is using our databases, you must confirm that that database is being provided by Zetech University, and it is being written as accessed by Zetech Universities. So for you to search an article or a book in Wiley Online Library, you come here at search bar and you type your topic. So my topic today is I want to read about Safekris. So I just type the topic. So for those who want to send to Safekris. So my topic is about Safekris. I want to read more about Safekris. So I type that topic Safekris. I'm a student in English literature. So I want to read about Safekris works. So I just type Safekris, then I come here to search, then I enter. It will provide me with a comprehensive free, be it a book, as you can see here on publication type. It has journals, that is 1,894, books, 1,239, reference works, 677. So I want to read a book, so I select option of book. As you can see, the books are 1,239. I can also minimize the search. So I don't want those books that were published long ago. So I want from 2010. then 2010 to 2021, then go. So with this limitation of search, I can able to access those books produced from 2010 to 2021. So as you can see, this is a chapter provided. The first option is the chapter provided, and it's an open source. I want to talk about open source. Open source are those materials that you can able to access in terms of viewing, reading, and also downloading. Chapter. So for example, I want to read the Safekris and Contemporary Politics, the first option, the first book chapter. So it's either I read the summary or I come here at the top, the title, and I click. If you click the summary, you find the summary of the book. Find the summary of the book. Then this is just the summary. Introduction, what is the Safekris' own political position? Do Safekris' strategy intervene in today's politics? Can you be able to see this? So this is the summary, but I want to read the whole book. So I can either choose to download the book in my computer. This is the PDF, or I can able to read, or can choose to read the whole book in my computer. So if in case I want to read the whole book in my computer, I come here to the image. This is the book, and it is open access. An open access book, you can able to view, to read it inside the computer, or to view it as a PDF, and then you can able to download it in your own computer. So I want to view it. So let me have the PDF. So as you can see, this is the PDF. I want to have the PDF too. Just taking time to. Shadrach, can you able to see my screen? Shadrach, can you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we are able.
Yes, I can see it.
So I'm looking for my page. Okay, let me stop sharing. Okay, share the screen. I want to share it again. So after opening the whole article, you can able to see that this is about the book, free access. This is what I was talking about. As you can see, the padlock is open. That means that that book is free to be accessed. So if you want to read the introduction, you come here to page 1 to 6. You click either PDF, summary, or you click here on the introduction. You're able to read the whole book. As long as it is written free access, that can be accessed. The book can be accessed at all from page 1 to the last page, from the starting page to the last page. So I want to read more about his plays and fragments. So he has written more on Antigone, I want to read about Antigone, maybe Opidas, but I want to read Antigone and I want to read only the summary. That's what I want to read. So we are viewing the whole book from chapter 1 to the last chapter. And I only want to read the summary of Antigone. So we come here. Okay. So if you select the PDF, it comes in form of PDF. Okay. So then allow me to share you with another view. So I want to show you Shadrach, can you hear me? Shadrach, can you hear me? Shadrach, can you
We
hear
can
me?
hear you, Rachel.
Okay. So I want to show you how to use other databases. So I want to use JSTOR. I want to show you how to share JSTOR. So you come to e-resources, then databases. For you to open the databases. So I have started my JSON. This is my favorite one. So I come here at view the details. Then at about the database so that I may open the JSTOR database starting page. So kindly be patient as it opens. For you to register, kindly send these details to e-library. Send these details to e-library. So anybody with a question, you can. Shadrach, can you hear me? Anybody with a question can ask the question through the chats. Anybody with a question can post in the chats. It is taking time to load. So you must select these two dots, then it opens in a new page so that you can able to type in what you are searching for. Be patient as it opens. Be patient. So anybody with a questions?
There's Bernard who has asked, there is at zitekim.ac.ke email that is present in my e-learning profile. What's the purpose of it?
So the e-library at zitec.ac.ke. He is asking about the e-library at zitec.ac. Shadrach, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. He's saying there is, then he starts from where there is at zitec.ac.ke email that is present in my e-learning profile. What is the purpose of it?
So that is a customer care email address. As you can see in our web page, we have shared our contacts. So in case you have a problem with your login details, you can either call the number or you can send an email to the shared email address, especially the library at zitec.ac.ke. I hope I've answered the question. His question.
So Rachel,
Yes.
Okay, the email, the prefix of email, it's I think it's being populated from my name. Or what's the purpose?
Yeah.
Will we be using it in any way in either of the portals, or it's just there?
Yeah. So when I was discussing, I said that you need to register. So you see the ZTech University provided you with an email address. That is your names at ztech.ac. Can you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Can you able to see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Have you seen what I've highlighted?
Yeah.
So this is Amos Kipto. He's a student in ZTech University, and he's studying e-learning. So he wants to be using our e-library because he cannot able to visit our library face to face. So we told him to register, and we told him preferably we'd like you to register with you are at zetec.ac.ke email address. You know, the Zetec provided you with that email address. We'd like you to register that number because that email address, because it's more of preferable than at gmail.com. Have I answered your question?
Yeah.
You need this email address for you to log in into a Zetec University library, e-library portal. You see, I shared this page. He must, the email address you sent to him, e-library at Zetec. So he sent this email. This is the email he'll be typing in his library user account. You see here?
Yeah.
There's an option of library, then the password. Then he logs in. I hope I've answered your question.
Yeah, you have answered. And mine is kind of incorrect. I'm given a name which is not mine.
You need that to register with.
Or can it be changed, or it can just stay like that? Hello?
She will respond. Wacha aanze kuongea ndio umuulize. I think she has lost her connection. Allow me to call her.
Shadrach,
I can hear you.
I can see Bernard has asked a question of an email at zetec.ac.ke. He needs to confirm whether he has been given an email, because if you have not been given an email,
okay,
you need to have one, because there's at zetec.ac.ke email is the one that you use to register to portal.zetec.ac.ke. And all our communications we are sending to Zetec to the email with at zetec.ac.ke.
Bernard, kindly confirm to us whether you can be able to log into your official email address, if you have ever logged into your email address, the one that you are given by the institution.
Okay, this was just yesterday is when like I confirmed like my e-learning account was created, and then after logging in, that's in my profile, I found an email by the name Mwanga12 at Zetec.
No, that one is not correct. That was just an email to assist you to create your account. There is another account that bears two of your names, email, and it is the one that you're supposed to be using to be able to log into your student portal. Do you have a student portal, the one that is portal.zetec.ac.ke?
Yeah, I have.
Have you been able to log in?
Yeah.
I want you to log in and you check your profile there, and then you give us that email. You find that you have an official email. Then you go to a normal Gmail account and you log in that, you can log in that given email, but you don't say at Gmail, you now say at zetec.ac.ke. You write the two names plus at zetec.ac.ke. Then from there, we can now check your password. We can give you the password. Just confirm the email and then we shall share the password.
Okay, where can I get that email? Because in my portal, I cannot see it. Or
can you share your screen for portal.zetec.ac.ke?
Okay, just right away.
Kindly unmute. Sema. Hello? There's a profile. Just check where you have a profile. Hebu angalia huko juu. Hii hapa hivi. Check if you can see your profile. Teremka chini uone email. Yeah. Mwanza Bernard, this one.
This
Mwanza
one.
Bernard at ztech.ac.ke. Yes.
Okay.
Can you go to Gmail? Go to Gmail. Login in. Can you try Z capital? Then you write ZTech without capital, the others without capital. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and login. You see whether it will log in. Yes, accept. Now that is our official email. You can change your password if you want. You can leave it the way it is. You can see we have a lot of communications to you that you have never checked.
Yeah.
Yes. So that, let me correct, I can correct your account. So your email is, let me just type it, search your details.
So the
You
changing
said
of
your
password.
registration number is?
Sorry?
Your registration number is?
BSCIT 05
BSCIT. 2016, eh?
Yeah, 0222/2016.
Okay. Let me change your email in this portal. So the email was Bernard.
Just let's see. It's Mwanza Bernard.
Mwanza Bernard. Okay. So. Thank you. I've updated your ZDS, your e-learning email. So that is it. That's the email that you should be using for official communications. And that is the email that we use to send you some communication from the institution. You can refresh.
Yeah, it is updated.
Yeah.
And as well, there is I had also asked a question in regards to calendar, academic calendar.
Yeah.
And that's because the units that I'm given from the units that are present in my portal, when I try to register or to enroll in the e-learning, some are not there.
Oh, okay. We will share the calendar by, just go to unit section.
You can see I have a list of units which I've tried to register. You can see these are the units that for this semester, SEM2. But I've tried to register for real-time and embedded system and exhibition, LI, and they are not present. When I try
They are
to
not
register,
present in the e-learning.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll check.
Just to confirm if as well I'm supposed to do like all the units, because there are super many and 9. You never did 9 before.
I'm wondering where there are so many.
Yeah.
Which semester are you in?
SEM2, 4th year.
4, 3 what?
4.2.
4.2.
Yeah.
Let me check from the normal timetable. You can go to news and announcement section.
It's empty. Check.
You can open the timetable that is the updated. You can go down and open that timetable. You see whether the timetable for 4.2 is part of those units are part of of what you're supposed to be doing. Just download that one for town. It still has a BSIT.
This one.
Yeah.
is possible.
You can search BSIT, just the word BSIT. Search so that it can take you faster. Kuna CBSCIT, yeah. Mhm. Maybe there is no, okay, maybe that's it's not being done in town. Maybe it's not being done in town.
Yeah.
Now, you can check the one for TRC. Just go back to the timetable, not the timetable, but the portal. Just back to the portal. Just go down to see whether you can be able to see the one for TRC. This one, the one for TRC. Yeah. For now, hakuna.
Okay, it's here. Yeah, I can see there are even some units which are here, which are not present in the portal.
Okay, you need to balance, you need to confirm. And if you have added the excess units, you can just share with us, we can remove them.
So these are the correct units, so I can just go and check out.
Yeah. Okay. Rachel, kindly confirm whether you finished your presentation.
So, Shadrach, I can take some questions if students have questions.
Yes, let's have questions for the library department. If any. I believe silence means that they are okay.
Question?
Okay, thank you.
Yes. HP?
I've got a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yes,
Yes,
go
go ahead.
Not on library, but I wanted to ask, how do I get to the current units? Kuna mahali nimeona hapo pameandikwa pending, ambazo units zimeandikwa pending. Nimejaribu kutafuta sijapata.
Are you talking about e-learning or are you talking about the portal.ztech.ac.ke account?
It's about registering units. Hapo nimeona pameandikwa units, the current unit, then pending. Sijapaona, and I've been.
Bernard, can you share the screen again and log into your student portal?
Okay.
Registering sijaona.
Let me just call you HP. HP, let Bernard share and then show you how you log into your student portal, and then we'll demonstrate how you can be able to see the units. You can go to the student portal.
Okay, this is student portal. You can see it has the domain of portal.ztech.ac.ke. And I'm currently at home page.
Okay. You can kindly log out first, and then you tell him how to log in.
Okay. Okay, these are the portal. So the way I usually portal, you can see it has already started populating. Portal.zetech.ac.ke, that's the domain. And then it will pull me here, and then I'll have to enter my credentials. That's my username, and that's my registration, and then password. And then I log in. And then from there, I will have this initially it will be empty, but if you try to register me, I try to go and register for the units I enrolled. Some activities were done by institution, so mine was just to enroll and register the units and wait for approval from HOD. Yes. Technically, as Shadrach it's confirmed, it will take some time because of the numerous students. So that's it. From there, I can access units for year 4 for the 2 semesters. I done SEM 1 and SEM 2 currently. The reason is why it's pending is waiting for approval from HOD, but this does not deter you from attending classes. You can still attend classes for these units at the e-learning portal.
Thank you. That's how you do it. You also register and by ticking that box.
Checkbox. There is a checkbox here that you're supposed to check.
Yes, and then you register. So that's how you find the units.
Yeah. Under unit.
Ameenda wapi?
Nico?
Yes.
Nimepata.
Okay.
Nimepata.
Thank you.
But I'll call you back to confirm the unit that you told me you are doubting if I should be doing that unit.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anyone else with a question? Thank you everyone for attending the training. We appreciate. Thank you for also the staff member who are present and who have made the event a success or the meeting a success. We wish you the best in your studies, and we're always open to hear from you, get your compliments, and get your suggestions. Yes?
Can I show them what I was saying, especially when it comes to Winnie's online library?
Yes.
I want to share my screen.
Go ahead.
So this is what I was talking about. So for example, as you can see in my screen, this is an SC. There is an SC here, and it is full access. So if you come here at the title of the SC itself, region and civil purpose in Safekris Philokitsis. So if you click here on the title, it opens in a new page. It opens in a new page. It is taking time to open, so I wanted it to open. You can able to read the whole article. You can also able to view it and also to download it. As long as you can see there is a padlock here and it is opened, that is full access. So this is what I was talking about. You can see here, full access. And then the article is provided by Zetech University. Then there is an open padlock here, full access. This is the title of the article of the essay. Then you can able to access the PDF. There is an abstract. There is an abstract. It is important for all students to read the abstract. Then this is the whole article. You can able to read it, and also you can able to download it in form of PDF. into your accounts. Back to you, Shadrach. You can take over. Shadrach, can you hear me? You can able to take over. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Rachel.
Okay, now I have finished to explain how to download those articles. If in a case, a student can call, you can call our numbers, our phone numbers. I've shared them on the screen for more explanation. Shadrach, back to you. You can finish the meeting. Shadrach, back to you. Shadrach, I'm back to you. Shadrach.
Ni kama alienda.
Okay, there is fluctuation of internet back here. So anybody with a question concerning our library? Do you have anybody with a question, especially how to access those e-resources?
Madam, I've got a question.
Yes?
It's about
Yeah.
how to start. You said you send your details first.
Yeah. Yes.
Then you receive a message in your email, a link.
Yeah.
Then you change the password.
Yeah, and then you create a password.
Create the password.
So for example, I used amos.kipto@ztech.ac.ke.
Yes.
In that address, Amos will receive an email from eLibrary
Yes.
that will help him to create a password. With that password,
Yes.
in his ZDS account, will be clicking library.
Yes.
Then a new page about ZTech University Library opens, and he types the email address, his own email address, the one he registered with.
Yes.
Then the password he created, he types it, and then he logs in.
Okay.
Then he will be able to view our e-resources.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, karibu sana. Anybody else? Anybody else with a question? Anybody else with a question? Kindly take this chance to ask questions. Maybe, can you visit us? Yes, we are open, you can visit us.
So I have also another question. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, for blind students. So for me to access the library physically and I don't have an ID, first I have to apply for an ID and then to be able to enter the library, correct? So that's a process.
Yes, you're supposed to have a student ID, which does not take long for you to get one.
Okay.